You know what, guys? I am super fucking proud of my former state of Texas. I'm so fucking proud of them. And it's my former fucking state. You know why? Because they're standing up against the goddamn federal government. And they're saying, you know what? We don't give a fuck what you think. We don't give a fuck what you tell us. We're going to do what we need to do as a goddamn state. We don't give a fuck if the goddamn Supreme Court says, yeah, you know what? We just made a ruling and you have to do this. You have to take that wire down. And you better listen to us, basically. And the Biden regime is like, yeah, you better do that or we're going to federalize the National Guard and all that bullshit. Like, Texas is like, fuck you, bitch! Fuck you! We're going to do what we have to do under our Texas Constitution and we're going to fight. We are going to fight. And we are going to do what we have to do to protect ourselves as a sovereign state in the United States of America. Fuck! That shit makes me so goddamn proud. As a former Texan, I'm also so glad that Alaska is also standing with Texas against this shit going on right now in the Biden regime. In the Biden regime, and I say that. The Biden regime. Yeah. Oh, God. It feels so good. I'm so glad. Okay, I digress. Maybe I'll tone it down a few knots, but fuck. Not only that, but 15 other fucking states are joining Texas. Not just Alaska, but I can't name them at the top of my head right now. But 15, 16 other states are joining them. God, I hope it's more. God, I hope it's more. To join it and to stand up against the goddamn federal government and say, fuck you, bitch. You ain't telling us what the fuck to do. We are going to do what we have to do as a goddamn state. That really fucking gets me off. I know. It might sound comedic, me saying it like this in this fucking context, but God, I have never been so much prouder of my former state of Texas to do that. To seriously do that. To give the goddamn middle finger to the goddamn government. To authority in general. To say, yeah, you don't tell us what the fuck to do. You don't tell us what the fuck to do. We do what we know is right and what we have to do as a goddamn patriot. Yeah! That shit fucking gets me off. Oh, I know we don't deal with that shit here in Alaska. We don't, because in reality, I think that Alaska could be the only state that could, in serious context, defend itself and become its own state and secede from the Union. But I digress. It's because we're, way the fuck up here. I digress. God bless Texas for this fucking moment, man. God bless Texas for this shit. I am so happy for being a former Texan. It makes me so goddamn proud. I had so many doubts about Governor Abbott about this shit. Like, I thought that Governor Abbott was gonna fucking cower to the goddamn Supreme Court, these fucking bitches in robes saying, yeah, you can't do that. Yeah, we gotta put up our temporary emergency order and you better obey. The Supreme Court doesn't even have a fucking enforcement arm. Like, who the fuck are they gonna fucking send to enforce that shit? Are they gonna do it? Of course not. They're fucking bunch of bitches in robes. They're not gonna fucking come over there in person and say, hey, you can't do that. They're gonna fucking just make a ruling and that's it. That's it. That's what the fucking judicial branch of the Supreme Court does. So, like, the only other option is for the Biden regime to, I guess, federalize the National Guard and tell them to fire up on their own soldiers, their own people, their own American citizens. And are they going to do that? Fuck no, they're not going to fucking do that. Come on. Think about it in a poker stance. Think about it in, like, a card game. Like, that would be political suicide, bro. That would be political suicide, especially in an election year. He's not gonna fucking do it. And I'm glad that Texas understands that the Biden regime, they don't got a fucking hand, okay? We got 3 aces and a fucking king on our fucking hand. The Biden regime probably got like two tens and like 3 sevens. And that's it. Like, we beat them. We beat them in that fucking card game. Just saying. I don't actually even know if that fucking card game would actually win, but I'm pretty sure it would with those amount of aces. But I digress. Ugh. I am so happy. I am so fucking happy that my goddamn former state of Texas stood up to the goddamn federal government and said, "Fuck you, bitch. You don't tell us what to do. Get the fuck out of here." Ugh. Nothing gets me more hard than disobedience to the goddamn government. Braulio's out. Peace.